Yes, good evening and welcome to Alfreton Town's Impact Arena. Tonight's game is underway against Fulham U23s as Kanate finds Donnelly. Crossfield pass towards Finback. Here's Gibson Hammond, quickly closed down. He keeps possession well on halfway. He's done well there to move possession back to Hogarth. Here's Loic, building up his match fitness this evening. Good ball there from Barnes towards Salmon. It's cleared away by Fulham, our visitors this evening. Going to be a Forest throw on halfway. There's Umbeso, partnered by Finback this evening. There's Kanate. Slightly deeper role for Kanate this evening. There's Julian Larson, Will Swan and Lewis Salmon all ahead of him. Good turn there from Larson. Kanate. Movement off the ball from Forest. Here's Josh Barnes. Barnes advances forward. Foot in there from Fulham. Here's Tyrese Fornar. Good touch from Fornar there to keep the Reds moving. Kanate. In towards Larson. Looks for that half yard. Gets the ball out wide to Gibson Hammond. We'll look for the cross here. Gibson Hammond gets around his man and shoots towards goal. Put the ball just over the top of the crossbar. Strong start from Forest. Just to run through the Reds lineup tonight, Nicky Hogarth in goal, Alex Gibson Hammond at right back, Finback partnering Loic Umbeso at centre half, Aaron Donnelly at left back, Tyrese Fornar marshals them in front, Josh Barnes, Atif Kanate either side of him, Will Swan, Julian Larson and Lewis Salmon in an exciting looking front three for Andy Reid's side. Here come Fulham. Cross comes into the area, but that's comfortable for Hogarth. Chance there for Fulham as the ball flashes across the face of goal. Appeals for a penalty, but the referee remains unmoved. It's a goal kick for Forest. Combined with back to win the throw-in. It'll be Gibson Hammond with the throw-in in the right back area. Gibson Hammond up towards Salmon. This one back by Fulham. Back can't quite prevent the throw in there. Fulham look to take it quickly, but they'll take their time now. Good ball into the middle, but Donnelly is there to mop up. Back to Hogarth. Forest will build from the back here with Umbeso. Great to see Umbeso back in a Forest shirt after a couple of unlucky spells with injury. It's Julian Larson. Tries to link up with Will Swan, but the ball runs for a Fulham throw. Larkesh to throw for Fulham. Kanate in quickly to win possession. Can the Reds get moving now? Options on the left-hand side. Zumbeso strides forward. Starts again with back. Good work there from Fornart and Konate. But Fulham win back possession and move forward. Here's Bowie. Here's Robinson. Ball forward is overhit and comfortable for Hogarth. Bowled out towards Gibson Hammond. Konate always available to take the ball and does well there to spray the ball wide to Donnelly. Konate continues his run forward. Josh Barnes there too. It's up towards Barnes. Can't quite find Salmon. Fulham get the ball clear. Konate in well. Larson also across, but Fulham work the ball clear. Fulham will start again from inside their penalty area. Both sides looking to build possession when they can. Pressure there from Barnes, but Fulham move possession well. From right to left, Gibson Hammond across. Finback is penalised there, and it'll be a free kick to Fulham. Just outside the penalty area on the left-hand side. Good move from Fulham. It's a dangerous crossing position now for our visitors. Forest have got plenty of height in defensive areas, and so Tyrese Fornard, Josh Barnes, Aaron Donnelly. They'll look to get this clear at the first time of asking. Here comes the free kick in towards the 6-yard box. It's Donnelly who gets a flick on, and it will run for a Fulham throw. It'll be Fulham captain Sonny Hilton to deliver from the right-hand side. In comes the right-footed delivery. Hogarth looks to get a touch on the ball, but it runs all the way through, and Fornart is there to get clear. So Gibson Hammond combine. Gibson Hammond can get the Reds moving forward now. Runners off the ball in front of him. Tries to find either Salmon or Konate, but in step Fulham. Here's Lakesh on the left-hand side. Cross takes a deflection. Donnelly does well under pressure to get his head on the ball. And again, Forest will look to build from the back. Zumbeso and Finback have changed sides just for now. Fornár again calm under pressure, having recently signed his new contract with Nottingham Forest to extend his future here. A player with a lot of potential. Here's Umbeso up towards Lewis Salmon. Fulham get the header in. Larson is first to the loose ball. Forest will build on the left-hand side now. Here's Barnes. Swan looks for the first time touch around the corner. Salmon will chase that. Salmon's done well to win back possession, and he'll move in towards the penalty box. Doesn't quite fall for Swan. Fulham get the ball clear. There's Gibson Hammond. Moves inside. Pajazzi with neat feet for the visitors. Here is Pajazzi again. Spreads the ball out wide to the right. And a long ball over the top. It's comfortable for the Reds to see out for a goal kick. Good work there from Salmon. Here's Larson, the under-20 Sweden international. Good touch from Gibson Hammond. Second touch slightly loose, but gets possession regardless. Good ball from Larson to try and get Swan in behind. Shouts from the Forest players for a penalty, but comfortable for Fulham to get the ball clear. Both sides looking to take full advantage of the full width of the pitch. Fullbacks high and wide. And here's Henry. Good pressure from Josh Barnes to force the throw. Umbeso showing a quick turn of speed there to get the ball clear. That'll be a free kick for Fulham as we approach the 15th minute here at Alfreton's Impact Arena. Still 0-0. No real clear-cut chances just yet for either side. Plenty of football on display. Searching ball there will be too heavy for Fulham skipper Hilton. Good move from Gibson Hammond to nutmeg his marker and move forward. Reds have numbers forward here. Gibson Hammond tries to slide in Larson, but not quite on the same wavelength there. And it'll be a Fulham goal kick. Gibson Hammond playing at full back tonight, can play further forward, utilising his pace there well. Gets an acknowledgement from Julian Larson. They'll look to combine again next time. So here come Fulham on the right-hand side. Plenty of Forest bodies inside the Fulham half, making it difficult for them to get any sort of possession pattern. Andy Reid in his dugout constantly dictating where he wants his Forest players to be. As Fornart wins back possession, good strength from Tyrese Fornart. Moves over halfway as Konate. Gibson Hammond soon joining in. Here is the fullback. In towards Swan, good touch from Swan. Can Forest work an opportunity here? Slightly heavy touch from Larson, but Swan keeps it alive. Good turn from Swan. Larson unlucky there. Just runs out of play. But Forest looking to be intricate in and around the penalty area, trying to work those opportunities. Plenty of firepower within their ranks tonight. As we mentioned, Will Swan, Julian Larson, Lewis Salmon, Atif Konate. It's a dangerous front four. Mbeso doing well there to see the ball back to Hogarth. It's up towards Swan. Here come Fulham on their left-hand side. Gibson Hammond across quickly to concede the corner. Kieran Bowie's cross quickly charged down. And it'll be Hilton to deliver right-footed from Fulham's left-hand side. Will Swan remaining towards the halfway line for the Reds if they can get a breakaway. Swan now coming back to help out with his defensive duties. In comes the corner. It's a deep one, but comfortable for Hogarth inside his 6-yard box. Forest will look to break quickly now. Here's Konate. Forest bodies coming up to join him. Will Swan in front of him. Josh Barnes to his left. Konate will look for a strike here. He's outnumbered by Fulham bodies. And they'll now look to start an attack of their own, but Josh Barnes does well to prevent that and wins the throw. Still goalless here after 17 minutes at the Impact Arena. Here come Fulham now. Searching ball over the top, looking for O'Neill, but Finn back wins back possession, and here's Fornart. Good weight of pass from Fornart, finds Swan. Swan inside, back to Fornart. Always seems to have time and possession on the ball. Commentators curse. Fulham win the ball back. And it'll be a free kick for Fulham. Finn back in quickly there to back up Fornart, but unlucky to give away the free kick. Good work there from Barnes. Salmon looks to turn on the left-hand side, but just runs out of pitch in front of the Fulham bench. They'll have their own throw-in. Looked like a push there on Donnelly, but the referee's happy for play to continue with Forest in possession. It's Konate. Fantastic touch from Konate, gets him free on the right-hand side. Konate will look to deliver the ball into the penalty area now. It's a heavy cross, but it's pulled back for Swan. Fantastic block. Cross towards the back post was perfect for the on-rushing Barnes. It fell nicely for Swan, but a fantastic block. It means Fulham can now turn defence into attack themselves. It's well worked by Fulham. And it goes agonisingly wide for the visitors. Adrian Pajazzi with the right-footed effort after combining with O'Neill. but it goes inches wide of Hogarth's left-hand post. And Forest, having nearly taken the lead themselves, almost found themselves behind. O'Neill breaks forward for Fulham. Fornart steps in to win back possession. Gibson Hammond on the score sheet for the Reds at the City Ground when the Reds hosted Burnley at the end of 2021. And now here is Fornart to step into midfield. Aaron Donnelly, the Northern Ireland under-21 international, made a couple of appearances for his country before Christmas. It's Gibson Hammond. Finn back, we've seen a bit of Finn back in the first team squad this season, predominantly at right back, playing at centre half tonight. Andy Reid, a big advocate of playing players in different positions so they can learn their trade in all areas of the pitch. It'll be a fantastic experience for Finn back to have been in and around the first team, slotting in at centre back this evening for Andy Reid's side. Good work there from back to alleviate any pressure, and it'll be a Fulham throw-in on the right-hand side. Here come Fulham now. Ball in towards the penalty area. Cleared away by Yumbe So. Fornart in as well. And it'll be a Fulham throw. 22 minutes on the clock. Donnelly gets up well, and he's in there again. His pressure is enough to win a Forest throw in front of Andy Reid and Dave Rogers. Referee orders the throw to be taken a couple of yards back. Here's Donnelly with the throw back to Yumbe So, building up his match fitness this evening. His first appearance since suffering an injury before Christmas. Pressure from Barnes forces Fulham backwards, and they'll build again from deep inside their own half. Forest working hard to cut off any sort of forward pass, forcing Fulham long, which in turn allows Forest to throw in the left back position. Dave Rogers, Andy Reid's assistant in the dugout, barking out the orders, making sure Forest keep up this high intensity play. Barnes under pressure there, gives Fulham possession. It's a deep cross which has Finn back across, he's done well there. And Gibson Hammond can move forward. Slight touch off a Fulham man there, but it will fall for Konate. This is where Forest come into life. It's Konate, cuts inside onto his left, tries to take aim, but can't quite connect with the effort. Fulham get the ball clear. Moved up quickly to halfway. Good running off the ball there by O'Neill. He's met by Tyrese Fornart. Still O'Neill. Looks to make room for a cross or a shot, but Fornart, fantastic strength and vision there from Fornart to get his body in the way and see the ball behind. And it's a Forest goal kick. Forest looking to build on this right-hand side as much as they can. Here is Konate. Wins the throw. Here's Gibson Hammond, just inside his own half. As Larson, Swan and Salmon all down his line. Here's Swan. Good first touch back to Gibson Hammond. Turns away under pressure. Swan can't quite keep his foot in there, which allows Fulham to move forward. It's a fantastic strike, and Fulham lead. Kieran Bowie with the opening goal. Left-footed strike into Nicky Hogarth's left-hand post. Gives the visitors the lead this evening. It's unfortunate for Forest. And it's 1-0 to Fulham on the 26th minute here at the Impact Arena. But Forest won't be too disheartened by that. They could have taken the lead themselves a few minutes ago with Will Swan. They'll look to create some more chances as we head towards the second half of the first period. And we're back underway here at the Impact Arena. Loose pass there from Konate as the Reds look to try and respond as quickly as they can. Umbe so under pressure, but shows good strength. Hogarth's ball forward, looks for Barnes. Donnelly gets it forward to Salmon. Strong first touch from Salmon. Donnelly again into Konate. Free roll pretty much this evening for Konate, popping up all over the pitch, trying to get the Reds moving. Back towards Swan. Fulham in quickly to win back possession. Neat play there from the visitors to move play from left to right. Donnelly looked to win possession there, but Fulham get the bounce and come forward on the right. Henry advanced from right back. Back to Hilton. Hilton's dangerous delivery. It'll run here for Lakesh. Left-footed delivery in. Off the post there from O'Neill. O'Neill's header just outside the 6-yard box. Rebounds back off Hogarth's right-hand post. But Forest can now come forward themselves. Here's Swan, found by Salmon. Plenty of Forest bodies forward. Swan to Barnes, has Konate on his left. Loose touch from Barnes, can't quite keep the ball under possession. Forest still have the momentum here. Konate looks for Swan's run into the penalty area. Ball falls for O'Neill. He can break now. Towards Bowie. Game opening up now here at the Impact Arena. It's O'Neill. It's Fornart tracking his run there. O'Neill nearly doubling Fulham's lead with that header. Forest breathe a sigh of relief to see it come back off the post. And here's Donnelly for the Reds. Find themselves 1-0 down as we approach the half-hour mark. Foul there on Salmon. Gives the Reds a free kick. Foul by Henry. Fornart over to Gibson Hammond. Good touch on the chest. Lakesh is in there. Fulham can come forward now. It's Bowie. Just opened the scoring for Fulham. Reds can't quite get the ball clear. Back in Gibson Hammond eventually do, and Fornart can stride forward now for Forest. There's Barnes ahead of him. Fornart looks to beat his man on the outside. But Fulham have possession back and move forward over halfway. Here's O'Neill. Ball into the area by O'Neill. Slight touch there from the Fulham forward, but the ball falls wide of the far post, and it's a goal kick for the Reds. Here's Swan. Forest will look to create a couple of opportunities before the break. Swan, good run there from Larson in front of him, but the ball is just overhit, and it's comfortable for McNally to claim. Fulham again looking to build from inside their own half. Turns away from Swan. Touch from Bowie. Pajatsi's ball cut out there by Barnes. Doesn't quite fall for Salmon. Swan almost gets a touch there. Forest trying to lure Fulham into some traps here. They've worked it well. Here's Lakesh. Crossfield pass. Didn't quite get his angles right there. And it's through to Hogarth. Salmon comes short for that one. Has Barnes with him. That'll be a Forest throw. 32 minutes on the clock. Fulham lead 1-0. Premier League 2 Division 2 action here at the Impact Arena. Swan makes his presence known up front, and it will fall for Larson. Larson takes aim from range, but it's a good save from McInally. Powerful right-footed strike there from Larson. Got his strike on target, but it's a good save from the Fulham keeper. Preserve his side's lead. But that's better from Forest. Swan and Larson combining. They'll need more of that if they're to get anything from this game. Good turn by Lakesh. Gets past Gibson Hammond. The fullback gets back goal side. It's Bowie. Under pressure from Fornart. And the cross comes in, but again it's comfortable for Hogarth. It's a ball towards Will Swan for the Reds. Lakesh can't quite keep that in, and it's a Forest throw on halfway with Gibson Hammond. Fantastic touch there from Larson, and he's fouled by Lakesh as he looked to move away. Neat first touch there from the forward. As Konate moves the ball wide to Barnes. He has Donnelly further outside him, but back inside to Konate. Here is Donnelly. Can Forest work an opening here? Here is Konate. Pocket of space in midfield. Moves out wide to Gibson Hammond. Gibson Hammond looks to get a strike away, left-footed. It's blocked. Bowie does well for Fulham. But Gibson Hammond, his pressure is enough to force the ball back to the Reds. It's Fornart on halfway. Good touch there from Barnes. Donnelly. Fulham look to spring a counter-attack, but Finback's touch means the Reds can come forward again. Gibson Hammond. Good movement from Swan on the right channel. Earns the Reds a throw. And there will be a booking for Fulham left-back Lakesh. I think it's for the pull on Larson. An earlier foul from Lakesh has seen him cautioned. Forest will look to exploit that with Gibson Hammond's pace on the right-hand side. Here's Finn back. Inside to Tyrese Fornart. Aaron Donnelly can get forward now on the left. Body's in the middle for the Reds. Left-footed cross from Donnelly towards Swan. It's slightly too heavy. Lakesh will get the ball clear. Forest will come again. Here's back. In a central defensive position this evening. Finds Fornart. Fornart again unflustered by any sort of pressure. Here's Salmon. Salmon, his first season with the Reds, having joined in the summer. Larson will look to try and work his way out of pressure there as Swan on the turn. Right-footed strike, flashes wide. It's been better from Forest since falling behind. A couple of chances now as half-time approaches, but still 1-0 behind. 36th minute here. But Forest looking to click more into gear. More of the forward players getting on the ball in dangerous areas. This is Andy Reid's side first game of 2022. Following the break over Christmas. So it will take a little bit of time to build up that match fitness again. And to work on that cohesion. But there's been glimpses of it tonight. And still plenty of football to play here this evening at the Alfreton Impact Arena. Now be a Forest throw-in with Gibson Hammond. 7 or so minutes until the break here. Forest will look to clear their lines. And it's back to Hogarth. Fulham pushing high. Donnelly's ball forward will look for Salmon. Good strength from Salmon to find So. Barnes is quickly under pressure but wins the throw-in. It's Kanate. Forest will look to end the half strongly here. If they can get an equaliser before the break, it will give Andy Reid's side a boost. Good disguised pass there from Fornart into Kanate. Swan. Gibson Hammond. Looks for a return ball but finds Larson instead. Slightly loses his footing there. Fulham can get the ball clear. There has been drizzle in the air all evening tonight at Alfreton, making the pitch slightly slippy. Fornart moves forward. Kanate. Fornart with a left-footed strike from range. Makes McInally make the save. Down to his left. Good work there from Fornart. First to stride forward into space. Left-footed strike, which we don't really see from Fornart. Taking aim to try and get the Reds level, but it's a good save. Fulham will look to just calm the Reds down a little bit with a bit of patient possession before the ball is moved forward to Bowie. So quickly across. He prevents Fulham working the cross, but they'll have a throw in instead by the corner flag. Kieran Bowie's goal, the difference so far on the score sheet for Fulham midway through the first half. It's a neat touch there from the goal scorer. But the following strike goes over the crossbar. I think it was O'Neill's strike there. Fulham themselves came close to extending their lead. O'Neill's header about 10 minutes ago, rebounding off the post. The Reds going close through Will Swan, Julian Larson. Good strength from Mbeso. Gets the Reds moving forward to Larson. Plenty of bodies in front of Konate here. Checks back onto his right foot. Can he get a strike away? Looks for the precise pass into Salmon instead. But Henry is there to see the ball behind. There's an offside flag up as well. Salmon adjudged offside, but will continue from the goal kick. Just under 5 minutes until the break at the Impact Arena. Fulham lead 1-0. It's McNally's goal kick for the visitors. Finn back gets a touch on the ball. Gibson Hammond does well. Regains possession. Here's Konate. Good footwork from Konate. Barnes on halfway. Gibson Hammond is well forward on the right if he can be seen. Here's Swan. Swan moves forward now towards the edge of the box. Can he get a strike away? He can, but it's well blocked by Fulham. Good strength from Mbeso. Remains unmoved. Here's Fornart. Good feet from Fornart. Always comfortable on the ball, even in tight areas. Over to Finn back. Larson drops off. Does well to get the ball under control. Fulham in quickly in midfield. O'Neill wins back possession. Here's Stanfield now. Stanfield's ball out to the right hand side. Back inside. It's a slightly heavy pass there. Pajazzi keeps the ball in. Fulham look to create a chance of their own here as half-time approaches. Ball out wide to Henry. Keeps it in on the slick surface. Henry drives forward. Gets the cross in. It's overhit cross. Falls behind for a Forest goal kick. Andy Reid will be hoping for a response from his side in the second half. Showed glimpses, especially in the forward areas. Konate looking dangerous. Wilk Swan almost getting in a couple of times. But it will take time, having had that break, to get back into fifth gear. They'll be hoping to end the half with an equaliser here. But here come Fulham. Looking dangerous on the break when they do move forward. Strike from range, comfortable for Hogarth. Sonny Hilton's effort there, 25 yards. Here is Hogarth to move the ball forward. Swan does well. No foul on Swan. Here's Lakesh. Here come Fulham. Sonny Hilton now has Henry outside of him. Instead looked for a ball inside, and Fornart can drive forward now for the Reds. Unlucky not to find Wolf Swan's run there. Forest are now 4 on 4. Mbeso well read. Konate in. Mbeso to clear it up and move forward. And he'll look to move on the right hand side now, but there's the half-time whistle. Forest 1-0 down at the break here at the Impact Arena. They've had chances to level, and Andy Reid will be hoping for a reaction in the second half. Join us in 15 minutes or so for the second half. We are back underway at the Impact Arena. Change at the break for the Reds. Alex Gibson-Hammond makes way for Billy Fuster. Finn back will go to right back. So Josh Barnes at centre half. Aaron Donnelly at left back. Tyrese Fornart in midfield alongside Billy Fuster. Atif Konate, Julian Larson, Will Swan and Lewis Salmon make up the rest of the Forest team tonight. Donnelly up there. So looks towards Fuster, but the ball runs instead for Swan. Finn back more in his natural position of right full back now. So over to the right hand side of central defence now. Josh Barnes drops into the left hand side. Like we were saying in the first half, Andy Reid likes to see his players be versatile in his 11. Josh Barnes showing that this second half, dropping in at centre half. Billy Fuster, another to arrive in the summer, comes on for the second 45 alongside Tyrese Fornart, gives the Reds a nice balance in midfield. Fuster, previously of Leeds United, tidy midfield ball player, can get up and down. No changes for Fulham at the break. Here's Henry. Donnelly in quickly there, gives away the free kick. You can see Forest have determination about them early in this second half, but a bit too much there from Donnelly. Hands Fulham the free kick, wide on the right. It'll be Fulham skipper Sonny Hilton to deliver. Ball comes in towards the penalty area. Touch there from Barnes, takes it through to Fornart. Forest look to spring forward now. Here's Fuster. Fresh legs in midfield, finds Larson. Larson's pass towards Swan, slightly too heavy for the forward. Made his first team debut for the Reds last season, but couldn't quite reach Larson's pass there. McNally out quickly. Fulham get moving again. Ball moved out to the right hand side with Henry. Looks to get away from Konate. Turn of pace there from Henry. Advances over halfway. Barnes reads that well. Gets it forward to Swan. Good touch from Swan. Here's Larson. This is where Forest can be dangerous. Larson loses his man well there. Looks for an option on the left with Konate. Now here is Barnes. Barnes and So now in central defence for the Reds. Still trail 1-0 here in Alfreton. Fornart tries to control Hogarth's kick there. Ends up back with the Forest keeper, and it's bowled out to Donnelly. Back into Barnes. Konate dropping deep again. It's a link play. So moves it forward to Fuster. Good touch there from Fuster. Can play off both feet. In towards Swan. Holds it up under pressure. Fornart. Forest look to come left now. Donnelly. Bodies inside the area. Donnelly's cross towards Fuster. But it will run out for a Fulham goal kick. But you can see that Andy Reid said to his side, start on the front foot in this second half. And there was almost a chance a couple of minutes ago as Swan looked to be in, but Larson's pass couldn't quite find the forward. Konate for the Reds. Can they respond here? Konate with a left-footed strike. It's absolutely fantastic from Atif Konate. Left-footed effort towards the top corner. Draws Andy Reid's side level. And it's testament to the way that Forest have started the second half. Fantastic piece of quality there from the attacking midfielder. Putting the ball onto his left foot. Giving McNally absolutely no chance. And the Reds are level. Fantastic from Konate. He has looked the bright spark all evening. And that goal gets the Reds back on level terms. Can they now push to get themselves ahead? Here's Lakesh booked inside the first half. Can Forest look to exploit that? But he moves forward himself here, Lakesh. Left-footed strike. Goes over Hogarth's crossbar. If you are following tonight's game, make sure to send us a tweet at NFFC or at NFFC Academy. Give us your reaction to Atif Konate's goal. Make sure to look out for that one on the January Goal of the Month nominees. Slightly heavy pass there from Konate. Donnelly does his best to keep the ball in play, but it'll be a Fulham throw underneath us here on this right-hand side. Konate really revelling in that free roll tonight. He's backed up now in midfield by Fornar and Fuster and has plenty of options ahead of him. But he didn't need them there. Found the top corner with that left foot. Here's Salmon. Salmon looks to be pulled over there. The covering defender dragging Salmon to the floor. Referee into his pocket. Second booking of the evening. Brandished by the referee. This time to Oditeo, Fulham's number 6. It'll be Fornar to deliver. A yard or so outside the penalty area. Interesting angle here for Fornar. Can he deliver potentially a low cross shot towards the back post? Or will he float it high to try and use the height inside the penalty area? Umbeso, Donnelly calling for it at the back post. Konate lurking on the edge of the area. Here is Fornar. Be right-footed delivery. Referee happy with the bodies in the box, and Fornar does take aim, but he can't quite keep his effort below the crossbar. And it's a goal kick for Fulham. It's been a strong start to the half for Forest, getting that deserved equaliser. Fulham themselves will look to react, having taken the lead in the first half. Pegged back by Konate, and here's Larsson now. Larsson digs out the cross, but Swan on his heels there. Fuster, been bright since he's come on. Left-footed pass there to Barnes. Barnes, normally a midfielder by trade, but his vision and his possession will be an asset. Looking to build attacks from the back. Forest pressing quickly, trying to unnerve Fulham, following that equaliser. Barnes does well there. Across with Umbeso. Fulham move quickly on the left. Here's Stansfield, closed down by Umbeso. Umbeso at least getting 50, 55, 60 minutes under his belt tonight. Be interested to see how long Andy Reid keeps the Frenchman on for. He's looked solid and composed so far on his return to match action this evening. I'm sure there'll be no risks taken with Umbeso, but it's great to see him get some match fitness. Konate's ambitious pass there is cut out by Fulham. Salmon working back there, but can't quite stop the pass. But it's a loose one into the penalty area, and Barnes clears on his right foot. Fulham work it back inside their own half and look to build. Forest well organised in front of them. No easy passes through. Here come Fulham now on the left. Heavy ball towards Stanfield there. It'll run for a Forest goal kick. Andy Reid will be much more pleased with what he's seen from his side in this second half. It wasn't a bad first half, but behind on the scoreboard. Konate's bit of brilliance sees the Reds level. Here is Fornat. The Reds do look dangerous when they get those patterns of play in and around midfield. Plenty of firepower in Will Swan, Lewis Salmon, Julian Larson, Atif Konate. There's always going to be chances in this Forest side. Forest confident in possession there. Barnes combines with back. Donnelly moving forward on the left here underneath us. Forest will work it through Barnes instead. Patient possession here from the Reds. It's over towards Donnelly's. Good first touch. We approach the hour mark here at the Impact Arena. Nottingham Forest 1, Fulham 1. Atif Konate's fantastic equaliser sees Andy Reid's side level. Can the Reds push for a second goal? Here's Larson. Under pressure there on the right hand side, but he's done very well. Fuster's low cross. Falls for a throw in. Back will progress forward on the right to take the throw by the corner flag. Good touch from Swan. Keeps the Reds in a dangerous area. Finn back. Looks to work the cross, but requires Mbeso's help. Mbeso does deliver the cross. It's dangerous. It's towards Lewis Salmon, but McNally does well. Gets Fulham moving forward themselves. Sonny Hilton looked to spring forward, but is forced back into midfield. Loose pass there, sends Henry back towards the halfway line, keeps the ball in play. Again, Forest very patient outside of possession, not getting drawn in, but pressing when they need to, making Fulham work for any sort of opening. Here is Lakesh now on the left-hand side. Finn back, gets the block in for the throw. Pressure there from Fuster. Referee waves play on. Salmon will chase that. Puts Henry under pressure. Good touch from Henry. Back onto his right foot. Plenty of hard work being put in tonight by the front two, Will Swan, Lewis Salmon. It's not always about the goals. Working hard for the team. Forward ball there is met by Barnes, but O'Neill and Bowie will look to claim the loose ball. Here is Bowie, and the ball there falls at the back post, and it's 2-1 to Fulham. Jay Stansfield puts Fulham back into the lead. Cross from the right hand side by Bowie, falls for Stansfield, and it's a calm finish past Hogarth, and Fulham restore their lead. Composed finish there from Fulham's number 9. It's unlucky from Forest. They have started this second half well, got the deserved equaliser. But as we tick over the hour mark, Jay Stansfield puts Fulham back into the lead. 2-1. Forest won't be deterred by that. They'll look to press on for that equaliser. Andy Reid has instilled that mentality in his side. They're never beaten. Plenty of time remains here at the Impact Arena. Donnelly does well. Here's Fornat. Stansfield, the goal scorer, puts him under pressure but works the ball well to Mbeso. Fuster unlucky there not to be able to claim possession in midfield. Fulham win it back. Here's Lukesh, forced inside. Andy Reid still urging his side to work hard. Doesn't want heads to drop, having worked hard to get back into the game. Here's Henry. Ball in towards O'Neill for the visitors. Back inside into his own half. Crossfield pass over towards the left-hand side towards Stansfield, but it will run for a Forest throw. Dave Rogers signalling for one of the Forest subs to come back in towards the dugout. Could Andy Reid be shuffling his pack? It looks like Forest are preparing a change. Here come Fulham on the left-hand side. Lukesh. Ball inside to O'Neill. Strike comes in from the edge of the box. It's deflected. I think it came off Mbeso. And it falls behind for a Fulham corner.
Jamie McDonald, 15.
Looks as though Jamie McDonald, midfielder by trade, is preparing to come on for the Reds. Add a bit more energy into that area of the pitch. But first, Forest have to deal with this corner from the left-hand side. It's a dangerous cross. Finn back there at the near post to head clear. Konate gets it further clear. Pressure from Larson, but Fulham work their way out of that. Barnes steps in to win back possession. Can Forest spring an attack here? Donnelly, good pass inside to Larson. Larson left-footed into Konate, a bit of space now for Atif Konate. He's then quickly closed down by Fulham skipper Hilton. It's a ball looking for Stansfield, having given Fulham the lead. A quick break in play here as the referee has a word with Julian Larson and Pajaziti, both captains across to see I think it was a bit of off the ball scuffling there between Larson and the Fulham midfielder. The referee tells them to get on with it. And we'll start again with Hogarth. And there is a Forest change. Jamie McDonald does come on into the midfield. Lewis Salmon makes way. Suggests a slight change in positions for the Reds. Looks like Atif Konate will now go into the number 10 role. Jamie McDonald into the centre of midfield alongside Tyrese Fornah and Billy Fuster. Julian Larson now up front with Will Swan, and the two combined there. Larson looks for Konate but can't quite find the young attacking midfielder. Here is Pajitsi. Be a Fulham throw on halfway. Fulham still lead the Reds here 2-1. 66 minutes or so on the clock at the Impact Arena. Crossfield pass seen by Finback, challenges with Stansfield, wins the throw for the Reds. Umbeso, 60 minutes or so in his legs so far tonight. Here's O'Neill, Stansfield, cross towards Bowie, but Barnes gets the header. Fulham starts again on the right hand side with Henry. With Forest playing that diamond formation, there will be a little bit of joy for the opposition fullback. Good pressure there from Donnelly, and Forest win the throw. It's Fornah. Little nibble there from Bowie, but referee remains unmoved and Forest come forward over halfway. Here's Konate. Larson looks for the first time ball, but he's quickly challenged. Here's Stansfield, good first touch. Patient play from the visitors, currently lead 2-1. Henry. No need for Fulham to press forward here. They're happy to move the ball around, work Forest hard. Looks like another change in the offing for Andy Reid's side. And it will be Hanks to come on for the Reds. Play there from Beso to find Fornah. Fuster. Good play there from Fornah, wriggles away from two Fulham men. Finback slightly loose for Konate. Fulham can now come over halfway. Here's Diaz. Striding forward for Fulham. Looks to play O'Neill in. O'Neill gets a touch there. Referee not happy with that. Here's Fuster. Ball out wide towards Donnelly. Has McDonald in front of him. Goes inside for Fornah. Good play from Fornah. Here's Donnelly on the left. Looks for the pull back towards Fuster. There's a good foot in there. Will Forest make the change now? And it will be Loakumbe So to make way. Great to see the Frenchman back in action this evening. And he will be replaced by Justin Hanks. Debut for Justin Hanks at under-23s level. A proud moment for him. Looks like he'll slot straight into the central defensive area. Vacated by Umbeso. Justin Hanks, central defender, making his Forest under-23 debut this evening. McDonald with a challenge there on Hilton. Referee awards Fulham the free kick. It's now 3 changes for the Reds, with McDonald, Fuster and Hanks now on. Hilton gets back on his feet, the Fulham skipper. Just under 20 minutes remain here at the Impact Arena. Fulham lead the Reds 2-1. Latif Konate had got Andy Reid's side back on level terms just after half-time. Jay Stansfield putting the visitors back in front. And the Reds have 20 minutes or so to find their way back into the game. Here's Josh Barnes. Justin Hanks, the right-sided centre-half. Back into Barnes, looking to pull the strings near halfway. Ball towards Larson. Will Swan now into Konate. Can he find a bit more magic? Konate into Fuster. Wide left to Donnelly. Donnelly's left-footed cross blocked by Henry. That'll be a Forest throw-in, taken quickly. Barnes into McDonald. Konate demanding the ball there. Wants to get the Reds back into this game. Neat touch from Swan. Forest have numbers over on the right. Here's Finn back. Fuster makes the run forward. Konate drops off. Good feet from Konate. Looks for Larson. Fulham clear. Now here's Diaz for Fulham. Moved wide right to Henry. Hilton under pressure from McDonald. Pressure over there from the midfielder. Forces Fulham back inside their own 6-yard box. Ball towards Bowie. Barnes gets a touch to it, but Stansfield now is played in behind. Stansfield looks to add his second, but Nicky Hogarth makes the save. Big chance there for the visitors to extend their lead. Hogarth did well, remained strong, made the save, keeps the Reds in the game. Now here's Konate. Back looking for a forward run from Fuster, but the ball rolls through to the Fulham keeper. Looks like Fulham will be preparing their first change of the evening. Donnelly out quickly. Make first contact there, but Henry comes away. McDonald over on Henry. Catches Henry there with the slide tackle. It'll be a booking for Forest number 15.
Substitution for Fulham, number 3, Ideagen Plc, replaced by 5,
A change for Fulham as left back Larkesh makes way. On comes Bowett. Larkesh on a yellow card, so that might be in their thinking as they look to hold on to this lead. It's number 5, Bowett comes on. In fact, it's a double change for Fulham. Stansfield, Fulham's second goal scorer, makes way. Looks like a change up front for Fulham. And it's number 32, Teehee, on for Fulham. Here's Hilton's free kick into the area. Headed towards the penalty spot. Donnelly rises well. Fuster flicks on. Fuster again there to pick up the loose ball and wins the throw. So 2 changes there for the visitors. Bowett and Teehee on. Larkesh and Stansfield off. Score remains Nottingham Forest under-23s 1, Fulham under-23s 2. There's an offside there. Teehey's first involvement. The flag goes up. Forest now with around 15 minutes remaining here at the Impact Arena. We'll look to add some pressure inside the Fulham half, but they're being patient, looking to work those opportunities, waiting for the right time to spring forward. And now here is Konate with some space. There's 3 men ahead of him. He finds Fuster. Good play there from Fuster. Comfortable, as we mentioned earlier, on both feet. Donnelly. Fauna out wide to back, but slightly overhit there from Tyrese. And it will be a Fulham throw with Bowett. Long throw down the left-hand side is dealt with by Back. Forest look to pick up the pieces in midfield, but it's Fulham's ball. Here's Teehee. Ball inside. The flag is up against Bowie. Bowie looks to add his second of the game, but the flag is up. Teehee's neat ball in behind, but his fellow striker couldn't quite hold his run. And Forest get the ball moving again. Here's Donnelly. Swan looked to leave that for Konate, but Fulham pick up possession in midfield. Here's Henry. Swan across well there. There's a bit of space here for Bowett. Left-footed pass to Bowie. Good first touch from the Fulham man. Onto his left foot. Finds Henry. Will Swan working back from the centre-forward position there. Donnelly flicks that well to McDonnell. Fauna gets away from his man nicely there. Tyrese Fauna cuts inside. Has Fuster in support. Here is Fuster. Has Finn back in support as well. Slightly behind back there. Loses the Reds a bit of momentum. Here's Josh Barnes now. Konate dropping deeper as the Reds look to build an attack here. Now here's Hanks on his under-23s debut. Josh Barnes. Aaron Donnelly. Patient again from the Reds. Here's Hanks. Fuster looks for the neat turn around the corner, but Fulham are in to win possession. Hanks' header will fall for a Fulham throw on the left-hand side. Just over 10 minutes left here at the Impact Arena. Fulham still lead 2-1. Latif Konate on the score sheet for the Reds, but Jay Stansfield's goal means Fulham regain the lead that they took in the first half. Here's Bowett. Into Teehee. Back to O'Neill on the left. Gets past Hanks. O'Neill's cross turned behind by Finback for a Fulham corner. Forest will hope not to concede a third goal here. Still all to play for with 10 minutes left. But a third Fulham goal will make it an uphill battle for Andy Reid's side. Here's Hilton from the left-hand side. Finback gets the first contact. Konate looks to turn away. Almost fell nicely there for the Reds, but Fulham regained possession. Hilton drops the ball off. Now here's O'Neill. Runs towards Finn back inside the penalty area. Here's Diaz, looks for the strike. Straight into Fornar's path, but the Reds can't quite get the ball clear, but there's Justin Hanks. Up towards halfway. Fornar gets the shout of time there, but wants to get the Reds moving quickly. Here's Swan. Fuster does well to get the pass there, but Fulham win it back. Forest still working very hard to try and get back into this game. Fulham lead 2-1. Larson there prevents Fulham from clearing their lines. It's met with big roars by his teammates. Forest won't make this last 10 minutes comfortable for Fulham. And it's a Forest throw right on the halfway line underneath us here. Aaron Donnelly. Justin Hanks replacing Luakumbe So in the second half. Great to see minutes for Umbe So as well as Justin Hanks' under-23s debut. Konate under pressure, keeps the ball with the Reds. Here's Donnelly. Inside, nicely there from Donnelly. Can he find a red shirt? Here's Fuster. Back always a willing option out on the right-hand side. Looks to find Fuster again. Diaz is across. And O'Neill can look to bring the ball away for Fulham. Up towards Teehee. Hilton. Fulham move forward here. Finn back matching Hilton there. Ensures that Fulham only get a throw from that move. Still Fulham 1, Forest 1, Fulham 2 here at the Impact Arena. McDonald there prevents the cross from coming in. Instead it'll be a Fulham throw. Hanks reads that well, wins the header. Can Forest move forward now? It's Fuster. Tries to find Fornart, but it's a slightly loose pass there from Fuster. Now Fulham can regain possession. Still time here for Forest to work their way back into the game. But here come Fulham. It's a good run from Hilton. Left-footed strike. Flashes across the face of goal, which does indeed run for a Forest throw. Close there from Fulham to adding a third. Here's Donnelly with the throw. Forest resisting the temptation to move the ball forward as quickly as possible, trying to work it through the line still. There's still time to carve out a couple of opportunities. Just under 5 minutes remain. Here comes O'Neill. Hilton. Wide to Bowett. Cross comes in. Teehee's header will fall for a Forest goal kick. Hogarth looks to get the ball back as quickly as possible, get the Reds moving again. Here's Josh Barnes, centre half in this second half, alongside Justin Hanks. Donnelly calling for the ball on this left-hand side, always a willing runner from full-back. But he's left exposed a little bit now as Hilton comes forward for Fulham. Fulham skipper looks towards the back post. Cross shot there, flies just over. Teehee was lying in wait also. The ball flashes wide. Into the final few minutes here now at the Impact Arena. Forest 1, Fulham 2. Good work there from Swan. Kanate. Larson. Kanate takes the throw quickly. Josh Barnes. Here's Kanate. We'll look to try and deliver the ball here. Fuster. Back to Kanate. Has Finn back in support. Does find backs cross towards the penalty area, dealt with by Henry. The loose ball will fall for Barnes. Back to Fornart. Donnelly is open on this left-hand side. Back to Fornart. 4 bodies in and around the penalty area for Forest, but Fornart's pass can't quite find Donnelly. And Fulham have the throw. Still Forest 1, Fulham 2 as we enter the final couple of minutes. Throw down the line towards Teehee is met by Donnelly. Hanks out wide to back. Larson's pressure there earns the Reds a throw in on the right hand side. Here's Fuster, Kanate, Larson. Good quick football from the Reds. Kanate again. Couldn't quite work an opening there, Kanate. Back, Larson, Kanate. Into Swan. Can Swan work a shot here? Swan strikes. Swan can't quite keep his effort below the crossbar. Good quick play there from Forest on the edge of the area. Kanate linking up with Swan, but the right-footed effort flashes over the crossbar. Good chance there for the Reds. And it will be a Fulham goal kick. They'll take their time over this. With just minutes remaining. Forest 1, Fulham 2. Jay Stansfield's goal. The difference as it stands. Atif Kanate scoring a fantastic leveller earlier for Forest before Stansfield scored from close range. It's straight out for a Forest throw. Can there be another chance here for Andy Reid's side? Andy Reid's side are back in action on Friday evening, hosting Norwich City at the City Ground. Good touch there from Larson. In towards Swan. Can there be a effort on goal here? No. Seen behind well. The referee over quickly to prevent anything happening there as the Fulham centre half goes into the advertising board. And it's a Fulham goal kick. Forest players urging the referee to make sure the keeper gets a move on. Teehee gets up well to win the initial header. Ball inside to Hilton. Good feet from the Fulham skipper. Bowie latches onto the ball. Hogarth is out quickly and he's conceded the penalty. Hogarth gets a touch there on Bowie. Hilton's ball through was dangerous. Bowie timed his run well. Hogarth raced out to try and win the ball, but instead is penalised. As we tick into added time, Fulham have a penalty and can extend their lead here by 2 goals. Fulham skipper Hilton will look to convert from the spot. Hogarth will hope to make up for that. with the save. Hilton spots the ball down. Referee ensuring all players are outside the penalty area. Finn Back and Aaron Donnelly remonstrating with the referee. Not happy with the decision. Whether they thought it was outside the penalty area. And it is Hilton now from 12 yards. He'll step up right-footed. Hilton, it's a save. Hogarth makes the save. Atones for the foul given away. Fantastic save there from Hogarth. Denies Hilton. Can the Reds now carve out one more chance? 3 minutes of additional time remain. But Fulham have the throw. I'll try and keep it in this corner as long as possible. McDonnell and Fuster across to try and win back possession. Fulham win the throw. Hilton will be kicking himself there that he couldn't put the game to bed for the visitors. They still lead 2-1. Fornart in quickly in midfield to win back possession. Can the Reds earn an opportunity here? Bodies forward. Full for Konate. Konate finds Donnelly inside the penalty area. It's a good ball in by Donnelly. So close there from Will Swan. On the stretch inside the 6-yard box, Aaron Donnelly's fantastic cross. Swan can't quite connect on the run. And the ball runs behind for a Fulham goal kick. Almost a leveller there for Andy Reid's side. It was a good quick move forward. Donnelly's left-footed cross into the penalty area. Swan busting a gut to get on the end of that. Couldn't quite grow the extra 6 inches to make contact. And it's a Fulham goal kick. Into the final minute or so at the Impact Arena. Forest 1, Fulham 2. It's a Forest throw on halfway. Back will look to get the Reds going. Konate. Barnes. Forest still looking to work those opportunities. It's a loose pass there from Fuster. Hanks wide to Donnelly. Konate. Can we see one more bit of magic from Atif Konate? His ball there is cut out by Henry. And the ball forward from Fulham. As the minutes and the seconds tick away. Forest 1, Fulham 2. Back looks to move forward. Fulham could be on for a break here with O'Neill. McDonnell on the cover in the right back position. Gets across. O'Neill holds the ball well. Inside to Hilton. O'Neill. Fulham won't be in any rush here. Loose pass there from the midfielder. Larson can't quite keep his footing, allowing Henry to win back possession. Hanks in on Teehee. Teehee wins back the ball for Fulham. Fornart currently down for the Reds. And that is full time at the Impact Arena. Forest 1, Fulham 2. Atif Konate with the Forest goal, but Jay Stansfield with the second half strike. Could have been 3 for the visitors, but Nicky Hogarth making the save from the penalty spot in additional time. Forest's first game of 2022 ends in defeat, but there were some positives. Atif Konate with a fantastic goal to get the Reds level early in the second half. They couldn't quite find that equaliser after falling behind. Thank you for joining us on tonight's stream. As we mentioned, the Reds will be back in action on Friday night at the City Ground against Norwich City. Stay tuned to the nottinghamforest.co.uk website for full details on that. And we'll see you again next time.